Hey guys, welcome back to Brandon's Barbecue. On this episode, we're not doing barbecue. But it's okay, because what we're doing is still delicious. Today we're going to do potato skins with a Philly cheesesteak twist. Now to prep these potatoes, we are going to start by piercing the skin with a fork. After that, get yourself some olive oil and a brush and brush the outside of the potato with the olive oil. This is going to ensure that you get some crispy skin after you pull it out of the oven. Afterwards, go ahead and sprinkle the outside of the potato with some kosher salt and pop it in the oven at about 400 degrees. You're going to leave them in there for about an hour, and then we'll go ahead on to our next step. So now that we got our potatoes out, basically what you're looking for is that it's got a little bit of give to it when you squeeze it. So you're going to slice right down the middle. Get a spoon. We're going to scrape out the insides, but you want to try to leave about 1/4 of an inch of potatoes against the skin. You don't want to take it all out. So that's about what you want. I went a little too much over there, but it'll be alright. But yeah, you just want to leave about 1/4 of an inch of the potato around the skin, just because it tastes good having it in there. So for these Philly skins, we got this beautiful looking ribeye. We're going to get sliced up nice and thin. Pro tip, to make it easier to slice, throw it in the freezer for about half an hour. Now let's start with our filling. We got a pan at medium-high heat. Get some olive oil. Just a little drizzle. Now that ribeye we got sliced up, we're going to throw it down there. We're going to cook it for maybe halfway through, and then we'll add the vegetables. Alright, we're going to add a little bit of kosher salt. Now the freshly ground up pepper. Now we got some mushrooms, we got onions, we got green peppers and garlic. Honestly, anything that you like in a Philly, you can just go with that. That's what I like on a Philly, so we're gonna do that. So now we're just going to let these simmer for about 5 minutes. Basically, you just want the pepper to soften up, you want the onions to get translucent, and after that we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so these have been going for about 5 minutes. I'm going to call it done. So now we're going to turn off the heat, let it sit to the side, and then we'll start to build. Now it's time to get these bad boys assembled. So we're going to start with some cheese. I chose shredded pepper jack. You might be thinking you should be using provolone or something, but we have pepper jack. Now that we got our first layer of cheese on, we're going to go ahead and add our filling. Get yourself a spoon. And generously pile it on. Now we got our skins transferred to the pan, but before we put them in the oven, we're going to load up some cheese. Go as heavy or as light as you want. But I was always told that more cheese, the better. Alright, so now we're going to pop them back in the oven. We want the cheese to get nice and melted. We want to get the skins nice and crispy. I'm thinking it's going to take about 10 minutes, so check back. Alright, so I was completely wrong on the 10 minutes. 5 minutes and these things were looking perfect. So before we bite into them, I want to give them a little more color. We'll do a little bit of diced up green onions. Alright, the time is finally here. I've been waiting for it. Taste test. So we're going to do this small one that's a little more manageable. You get that bite like a good potato skin, but it is Philly cheesesteak goodness in the middle. Perfect combination. I really recommend you try that one. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you've never tried this before, I definitely recommend you try it. Everyone's done potato skins, but when you do it this way, it just elevates to a whole new level. Perfect game day snack. So if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll see you next time.